Banggood was kind enough to send me the Eachine E013 small pepper. Haven't opened the box yet. This is kind of a review video. I'm going to knock it out in probably 2 or 3 separate parts. Obviously unboxing, kind of go over the unit, and then I'm going to fly it and see how it works. So that is the gist. Unboxing. Start that off. Alright, instructions. Different languages. Propeller installation method. Alright, so what is the Eachine E013? The Eachine 013 is like an all-in-one FPV unit, kind of like a tiny whoop kind of thing. I had a set of Eachines, like a diversity ones with the different antennas. So I just said, yeah, just send me the unit and we'll see how they work with the Eachine FPV goggles I have. Alright, that's what we got here. Alright, here's the remote. I noticed it's got like bigger, better control sticks instead of those little teensy tiny ones. I do like longer ones myself. I don't know how well they work. They feel okay. It's little. Typical. All these buttons I think actually do something. I'm sure half of them are trim. There you go. Alright. I like the case. It goes back in the case. That's nice. Nice foam rubber case. Big plus there. There we go. Looks a lot like an Eachine 010 or 011, E010 or E011. Alright. Battery. Don't know if you can see that. I believe it says 240. Can't even read it, honestly. So, not sure what the battery is. Alright, one of those little chargers, some extra props, and a little teeny screwdriver. Alright, and some cute little stickers. Alright, not sure if I'll use the stickers. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Alright, that's what's in the box. So, there's also an extra lens cap, which is handy because pretty sure we're gonna lose those. So, alright, let's go over some of the specs of this thing. We've got 60-15 motors, 30mm props. The VTX is 100 TVL, 25 milliwatt. I'm sure not megawatt, milliwatt. Transmitter 5.8 gigahertz. I don't know what protocol it's on. I assume it's probably the same as here's a Eachine E012. These actually have slightly bigger motors, if you'll notice, than the E011. This is not a 12. 12 uses like different stuff. It was littler. Anyway, so there's a size comparison. They're about the same size. Bigger motors on this one, littler motors on this one. Alright, so the remote uses 3 AAAs. Like I said, various buttons on, off. You know, I'm sure these are all trims, and one is probably a rates, high and low, maybe high, low, very low, who knows. And I'm sure there's probably a flip button, though, you know, with an FPV camera on it. I would kind of recommend against doing flips, but hey, if it works, it works. All right, so I did undo the screws just to kind of see what's going on underneath here. You got a single, I guess a dipole antenna is what they call that, not a clover leaf. It's kind of housed in that canopy, which I kind of like. It kind of protects it. I like that kind of antenna for these things because if you do knock into stuff, you have less of a chance of breaking it than the clover leaves. It's soldered on. You can't undo it. Kind of like you make the tiny whoop out of the Eachine E10 or E011. So that's how it's kind of set up there. Just a couple screws holding on. One there. Goes back on like so. And that's just battery obviously goes underneath. You've got your, was that MCPX, MPCX connector. Pretty standard for all the Eachine stuff. The E012 actually I think uses a different connector, and I think it's also actually reverse polarized. So if you got one of those, be careful of that. Also, you'll notice that the motors are soldered on. There's no like little connectors like some of them are. That's kind of your basic setup. I don't know what kind of protocol it is, but we'll probably find out when we give it a test spin. All right, so the battery I'm hooking up to this EV Peak charger, whatever thing I got here. One of the nicer chargers because it's got like the different connectors on there for the 1 cells. One thing I did want to point out is that it's a 3.92 volt. That's what it came in at storage. So, you know, that's a little high. I think 3.8 is your typical storage, but we're going to get to charging that. The other thing I would recommend against is using the chargers that come with these things. They notoriously overcharge or undercharge these things. This one might work great. You could test it for sure, but I generally just don't use them. I just have a hobby grade charger. I mean, it's good to get you going. It's better than nothing, but anyway, it is what it is. So if you got a hobby grade, definitely use that.